Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Hey, 22!
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get this to about the 38. The Rams hit 6-5 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of vets. Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's got room. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go now.
Now Geno on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And they will stop him short. Him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. Team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Geno now to throw. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A run now with a tight end Fant. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Going up top for Cup. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, Walker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Now it's Smith. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. Down right around the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
We are are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Right, 22.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and weighing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Third and 2, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. In motion left, Robinson. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Stafford. this is caught. He's got him. Touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The Smith's throw pulled in by Melton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Slot man moves right. On the counter, this is Akers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And a big loss yards here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And going right back to Walker. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Geno. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Bo Melton.
30 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Rams 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 31, Stafford to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime, because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it. But we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
19 right. 10 11.
Now Geno. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hold as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Back to the air, Smith on second down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here's Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 36 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run,
But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Let's go now.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 2. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
70.
The tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, Smith.
This pass complete to Melton.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Walker once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boye Mafe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got an open man at Schwartz.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Forced out to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Smith.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Hold it ready.
From the 50, it's Smith.
He's able to find Melton.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna Nwosu. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Smith, his throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5. It's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Zappi going to bootleg out. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
A give for Walker running right. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On the counter, it's Walker, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Zappi working from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Zappi. Another catch from Melton. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 16. Zappi back to throw.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Again, it's Zappi. He's got his tight end fan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll send the tight end in motion. To throw again on second down. Zappi. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Zappi from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down now. Here's Zappi.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
On the set.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5.
She right got me.